because we do both these. I'm not going to be long. I probably only stayed for about 20 to 30 minutes. I was watching a live stream and I kind of got. Yeah, I didn't realise the time, to be totally honest. So we're not really going to play a game. I don't really feel like playing a game. I can shut down my computer because I know I need to check something actually before we go. So yeah, we'll just stay live for a while. We'll just relax. I did say I would go live, but I was going to play the game, but sure. Look at. It does not matter. Hello again, John. What's happened? Just a note to thank Advertiser with 100. Okay. Elon Musk. I see. I was watching the Twitch live streaming. That's why I'm less so late. It's only after finishing there, so. So that's why I'm a bit late. I didn't think it would be as long as it was. Let's put it that way. If that makes any sense, I thought it'd be way over. Hello, Adam. I didn't think it'd be as long as it would. I thought it'd be 12 finish at 12 or earlier than that, but anyway, see. But yeah, I'll probably only stay in the half one now, I say, because I have a few things I need to do in the morning, so I have to clean out a few drains. These fucking drains are driving me up the bend. What I mean by clean, I have to clean the tops of it out. Like the leaves get stuck in the top of the gallows up front. Oh, I should look at it. You might as well piss gets the wind, to be totally honest. Because it's going to be like that tomorrow. As soon as I clear, it'll be the next evening. It'll be the same. It's my head's lightening. To be totally honest, I only done it the other day. The same drains and the already clogged again the top of it. So you really are pissing against the wind. To be totally honest, but you look at, because if a flood came, like the time the flood, well, not really flood, but when there was a lot of rain there a few weeks ago, people, at least it was tight for that we were kept doing that kind of stuff, that we were making sure the drains were, the water could run into the drains basically, they wouldn't clog. Hello, Tony. I sorry I couldn't go live earlier on. I was watching the live stream. I actually have to just like your comments because I didn't look at them before. Just give me 2 seconds. So no, I seen them come up, but I didn't. I was too busy watching the live stream to respond. I thought it'd be finished at 12, to be totally honest, but anyway. Because I was going to do the live stream on the thing, but it was not finished. It was not, basically, it wasn't finished early enough, basically. So am I missing anything? Sorry, no, I'm not missing anything. Very good. Very good. Just checking my spam line. There's nothing in spam line. It seemed a bit down. No, not a bit down. Jesus, I'm not a bit down at all. At all. Might be a bit tired, but that's about it. See, this time of night, you can see I've been up since about 7:30, 7 this morning. I've been out on the road basically, probably since 8. No, it was 9 o'clock was out. 9 o'clock, yeah. So, you kind of would be a bit tired, after going the whole day. So I probably sound more tired than anything else. But yeah, I won't stay for long. I did say I was going to go live, but for a few minutes, but I did think it was going to be 12 now, and I would live stream for an hour, but that's kind of gone out the window, I think. Because I was going to do Mafia, but I know. Tomorrow is another day. I have to make a schedule for next. Where's my phone? Because I meant to put it on my phone about next Friday. Is when we're doing the yoke. It'll probably be 9 o'clock, I said, give or take. Next Friday is the night, isn't it? No, it's the night. Yes, the night. Am I actually being dopey for a second? Oh, I'm actually a dope. It's the 16th. Top. I have someone else to add to it. The Christmas. Yeah, I think you have it all, yeah. So I was just making sure I had everything. I had to put that in my calendar because there's a few things coming the next few days and I have to remember that I have them coming and things like that. We're not playing any Christmas music because it's a bit too late to be playing Christmas music at some night. Yeah, we should down in I should down my computer have everything done I wanted to get done. But anyway, these drains, I should get the thing to have in the Netherlands there, I think it is. They have a big machine where they can go around and it opens the drain. It's an automatic machine. It's like a claw yoke that takes the top of the drain off, the cover of the drain is what you could call it. And then it presses down the stuff that leaves or whatever, presses it down way into the drain. So, wish we could get something like that to be handy. And they wonder why the country's floods, to be totally honest. Like some of these councils here in Cavan and other counties are like, how's the road flooding and things like that. They don't be thinking about it. Also, I need to get charging this tablet, or it's going to die. We have 4 people here. Hello. Sorry if I'm keeping people up. I won't be long anyway. I've been here to 1:30. I did say I would go live today, so I did think I was going to do Mafia, but as I say, I was watching that Trish streamer, and so look at the rest. No, we'll not put it on now, but we definitely would do tomorrow's stream and all that. But not the moment because it is a bit too late and we don't want to be waking up everybody in the country now. Anyway, because what was on Twitch? I usually watch Bo Cohen 1. He's a Hearts of Iron 4 streamer. It was multiplayer game. He usually does on a Friday and Saturday, so I was watching that. Kind of World War II simulator again, in other words. And obviously, it basically went on for a good while. I thought it'd be done for 12, but it wasn't. Because usually it would be over 12 o'clock. It went on for a good while, more than I thought it would be. So I was just chilling here watching that. Because it's actually pretty funny now, because it's a multiplayer game, and his friends are talking. The boat is the Allies and Axis, so basically the Soviet Union. You have the Soviet Union, you have the United Kingdom, you have United States of America, and you have the Germans, you have the Italians, you have the Japanese, and basically you have them just giving out about them losing the game because the Axis basically lost the game. So it's a long story. It's hard to describe everything. I don't think I'll buy the cat now, Tony, because I don't think I get any sleep if I had a cup of tea now. Because I need to be up to get this work done tomorrow. Because unfortunately, if I don't do it, nobody's gonna do it. That's the sad reality. If somebody could do it for me tomorrow, but there's nobody else to do it. So if I was sleeping on maybe in the morning, I would probably have a cup of tea now. But there's no luxury for the wicked. I'm sure you know yourself, Tony. It's always a nuisance of a thing when you have responsibilities and stuff like that to do. Anyway, got a few hours sleep and I'll be up at probably 7 o'clock, 7:30. Be out by 9 or so, from 8:30 or so. I was planning that in my head tomorrow. But yeah, around that time will be fine. How's everybody? Well, I think we're the same as earlier on. We might be a bit better, but I don't know. Who knows? I didn't look at all the same pictures for a while. I probably should look at it and see if I have I've seen everything on it and everything's fine on it, because I don't be checking them that much. If I could see where I put the thing, that would be appreciated. 69% my tablet's on. Early start. It was an early start this morning too. I was up at 7:30, and I was out for 9. Like, see, the worst thing about when I'm working during the week, I have to do tidy times. Like, I basically have to put in a full day nearly to do everything I want to get done during the week. So, especially now in the evening times, yourself, the darkness comes in. You basically only have a few hours. I only have 4 or 5 hours to do everything and to cover a huge amount of ground. So you kind of need to do it on the Saturday and Sunday, and you kind of need to put a huge amount of hours into it. To kind of, like, even though I'm putting in huge hours, like again, as I say, I only came back at around 7 o'clock in the evening. I was out since 9 o'clock and came back at 7 this evening. So even though I put all the time, I still haven't got everything I wanted done today. Because the fortunate thing, you can't be everywhere. That's the unfortunate thing. But I know that I wish I could take the day off on Sunday, but as I say, if I took a day off on Sundays now, I never be done, because even though I done worked all through the day basically, uh, if I didn't do it today basically, because the list is nearly endless. There's more stuff I need to get done, even though I worked today. There's other stuff I needed to do, but I didn't get around to doing it. Because workaholic exactly, but it's just that there's too much to do. You have to clean the drains, you have to go over here, you have to go there, you have to go over this way, and you have to do this and that. And as I say, cleaning the drains, it's like pissing. You clean the tops of the drains like pissing against the wind. Because basically, as I say, I cleaned the drains there. Must have been Tuesday evening. The same drains are going to clean again. Because we're leaving branches and all that. Going over it. And I have to go and basically do the same thing again. So basically, I'm going back and catching myself back, because the people in that area what they've done, so the water can run freely into the drains and not flood the place. If when it does flood, because this area is particularly known for floods and things like that during bad weather. But thankfully, only for me now it'd be worse now. Full of leaves. Yeah, leaves and fucking branches and all that kind of shit. But I do open the drain now. But eventually I probably will when I get equipment to do something with it, like to take the stuff out of it. As I say with the Netherlands, the equipment I have in the Netherlands and things like that. I could look into that maybe in the future, maybe getting it, something like that, just to get the stuff in the drain, like to take off the lid of the drain. I have the yoke to take it off, but I don't take it off because basically I don't have the means to take the stuff out of the drain. So it's the tops of the drain, just to let the water run into the drain. Because as you know yourself, half the drains you probably see around your town and village are probably clogged, like literally clogged. You can't even see into the drain. So thankfully, it's the tops of the drain. The water can just freely flow into the drain, and that's what you want. But basically, on some of the drains, like even in the town, that you need to. You're in bad form. Me, I'm in bad form. No, I'm not in bad form at all. I've seen myself in worse form. I might be just tired a bit. That might be the only thing. You hear me in voice. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's not easy enough. Particularly, again, the majority of it's just leaves. Just fucking cover the thing. And when the leaves get wet, they stick to the metal of the drain, the top of the drain. The gutter, you would say, where you wouldn't. Stick to that and just... It basically becomes very sticky. Not bad engine pen. Yeah, I kind of picked this one up. Again, I have loads of pens I could pick up at any moment, but I just don't know why. This is the closest one to me, so I just picked it up. But yeah, no, but it's kind of pissing against the wind, I think I'm fine, because as I say, there's about 20 to 25 trains I do around here alone. And you literally couldn't manage it during the summer. It's not that bad. Sometimes there might be bits and bobs on the top of it, but during the winter with the what am I saying, with the leaves and the branches coming down, it's basically you're just basically pissing against the wind. But at the end of the day, it stops floods basically, stop with puddles on the roads and stuff like that. But it's difficult now. Like, you nearly would have to have people designated. I was promoting into and not promoting into. We're not in the sense of not sponsored. Pedro Turbine, a few bob in my direction, please. Should be going to get rid of all the town councils, so they would fucking like they got rid of all the town councils and things like that. Like, they shouldn't have done that. They really shouldn't have done that. They got rid of the town councils. Because it was more centralised. Like, even Cavan Town ever spoke the stream. It would be handy if Haddo Turbine. Excuse me, sorry. What was I going to say? No, but it shouldn't be got rid of. Like, in Cavan Town, they used to have their own council, which, the town council wasn't under, and had their own councillors, basically, elected to that area. Which I think was better, because it was designated. Like, even they had council people designated for that area. That people employed by Cavan Town Council to work in that area. Now it's under the whole municipal authority, Cavan Patubin Municipal Authority. Before that, it was under the town council, which was a lot better because it was a lot centralised. It was more centralised, and it was more, people knew what they were doing kind of in that area. But hello, Miss Piggy, how are you doing? Hello, Daniel. Hello again. Of weeds under 7 grams. This what? Are you talking about weed, like you smoke and things like that? That what you're saying? I hope you're doing well anyway. But yeah, they shouldn't have got rid of it. Like as I say, the town council in Cavan, and even the Bowtoba that used to have the town council, it was under the council obviously, but at the same time they had the councillors elected to that for the Cavan town, just for the Cavan town area, and they had people employed. So basically, you had 3 or 4 people who were designated to be in the town there under the town council who were just designated for that area. Now you see with the Cavan, Bowtoba, and other councils, you're set to here, there, and everywhere. Like I could be sent to Ballyconnor in Monday morning, and you're not designated to one area. You're not like you're designated to a huge area, which you could be put at any moment somewhere in the middle of, in basically in any part of the town. Like even the big towns had town councils. That's what I'm trying to say. Which was kind of better because it was more centralized. The people knew what they were talking about. It's a smaller area now. It's a bigger area which I have to cover, which obviously extends the council's resources. And that's not good. Obviously, with extending resources, not good. Overstretching yourself. What are you saying about Sana? Is here and she's looking at you. No, I don't see. You're fake news, Anna. But yeah, it was not a joke now that they did get rid of it. That was back in 2013 around that time. I remember them getting rid of it. But it was not a joke now. But I would probably bring them back now if I got into government now in the morning. Because it would be a good few mob like to bring them back and get people employed and things like that under it. But I think it'd be worthwhile in the long term, in terms of kind of managing the council's resources better, and it's not stretching them thin. Like in the moment, they're stretched to the tin as they can be, and it would be more centralized in areas that need to be centralized. The Lux, I was sponsored by everybody. Apparently, I'm sponsored by Intune, sponsored by the Lux, and it's sponsored by everybody. At this point now, you'd be saying I'm sponsored by fucking Norma Foley. You'd be saying Norma. Actually, well, somebody said to the OT reporter for education that she was sponsored, Norma Foley sponsored her. Which I actually think is true, because let's be fair, she doesn't ask too much questions. Like, she should be asking Norma Foley 101 questions. Yeah, towns would be cleaner, yeah, because as I say, they employ people under the town councils. Like as I say, Cavan Bowtoba, but again, I could be in the town on Monday morning, right? And then 5 minutes later, I could be sent to Ballyconnor. Like I wouldn't be designated to be in one area. Basically, you could be sent to any part of the municipal authority, which is the Cavan Bowtoba. It's a huge area. If you look on the map, I wish I had my map. But if you look on the map, if I had my yoke here, let me count. If you can get the yoke. Sponsored by everybody. How about this stitch? Oh, the thumbtack and all that. I have to get a new map for Cavan. Yeah, this is Banjo. It's Banjo. It's Banjo. Wish. It's half a map. See, it's all the thumbtack and all that. It used to be behind me this year. The Cavan's tearing apart. But yeah, so this is basically the Cavan Bowtoba run. Let me see. So it's hard to, I'm not going to mark it, but I'll just kind of show you the outline. So from here, this will be the Cavan Bowtoba Municipal Authority. So Butters Bridge, Cavan Town. So this will be the line we drawn. So this side of Cavan, that's basically what we have to cover. So the whole north side of the county, which is a lot of kilometres of road compared to the other two municipal authorities. And if that was the Cavan Town Council, it'd be more centralised, and then there'd be Ballyconnor Town Council, and then there'd be Bowtoba Town Council, and it'd be more centralised in that town, and they would be able to probably manage it with the resources. I know it would probably cost a bit extra. I'm not saying it wouldn't be cheaper, but it would be more designated to clean up the town and make sure instead of having areas, it's the size of a country. Like that's nearly the size of County Leitrim, our municipal authority alone. For a few, basically, we have at most about 20 men. That's all it is. About 20. We're lucky to have 25 men to do different things. That's being generous now. 25. That's being generous. I'd say it'd be about 25. So for that big area, in terms of nearly everything. Well, you need to probably in terms of that, you probably need 65 or something like that. To try and to properly manage it to a certain extent, I would say. It's not the luck. Everybody's giving me how to use. But yeah, Jesus, 7 people here at this time in the morning. Jesus. what did I do? But anyway, welcome everybody. I hope I'm not keeping people up. I know I sound a bit. Apologies if I do sound a bit tired or anything like that. Because it is nearly 1 o'clock in the morning. What time do we calling this? Wazels. Oh, I'm going to be sponsored by Wazels now. Okay, so I'm going to be sponsored by people who say Wazels now. And probably I'm sponsored by everybody. I'm in the pockets of everybody. So apparently, so I'll be sponsored by Pfizer now next. 125. Well, exactly. Yes. So, near enough. Right, fair enough. Near enough 1.5. Not exactly, but give or take. Give or take. Jeez, everybody's coming out tonight. What have I done? Am I after exposing somebody or something? It's Norma Foley. I'm after exposing Norma Foley for the last time. My career's over. Very sad. Sucks to suck. Be as bad, man. But yeah, I'm not going to stay for long, I know, because I need a bit of sleep anyway tonight. To make sure I can keep going anyway tomorrow. Because again, I have work in the morning, then again, sponsored by sex savers. Spec savers. No, it's not sex savers. No. Yeah, I don't know. Like, this is what happens when I'm tired. Sex savers. No, apparently, no. Don't even ask. Don't even question that. Spec savers. Yeah, I definitely meant to say. No, stop, please. I know, just I put myself into a hole there now. Exposed tomorrow, waiting to see if in the Irish Examiner or something like that, this fucking far white person said it's sexy. That's going to be said. No, I've actually put myself into a big hole right now, and actually digging myself deep into a hole now. And that's actually sounding even worse now. What I'm just saying. No, forget it. Forget. Never heard of it. No. See, this is what happens when I'm tired. I just say stuff wrong and I don't process stuff too much. Yeah, Mo Brown, yeah. But yeah, see, she's doing a great job, isn't she? The education system's literally falling to bits at the moment. They can't even get teachers at the moment. And guess what? They're getting unqualified teachers in some cases unvetted teachers too. Because, I'm not sure you know yourself, but I didn't know what I do. I don't know why I didn't process in my head that they meant to say spec savers, but they said sex savers for some reason. Don't know why that. I don't know why that didn't process in my head totally, but I don't know. Just didn't process. It didn't weed in my head for some reason, which I don't know why. Anyway, apparently that's the new. We can write into now. I've given you many ideas. Now any company here has to sponsor me because I'm giving them a new idea. Imagine that we branded themselves into them all in that name. They get all the young people in and all that. I should become a publicity manager for them. A sponsorship. I should get a sponsorship now from Specsavers. Because all the young people now be going in to be like, they're changing their name. I tell you that, Adrian Logan Fowler, he's doing a great service to the country. I don't know who does her hair. Like, let's be fair, who actually does her hair? And where does she be going with? Where does she be getting her pearl necklaces too? Where is she going with a pearl necklace all the time? Confession name. Oh no! Don't do that now. The priest to be like, why did you take his name? Because he came up with that thing. You remember that thing that you get in the shop? He came up with that. Yeah, he's the inventor of that. He came up with that thing. You were going to mass in the gutter. Well, to be totally honest, I think I have my mind in the gutter anyway. Get your mind out of the gutter. I should say that to Adam because he has his mind in the gutter all the time, making up wild accusations about me. Sitting on PM's faces and all that. Actually, don't question that. I know. Stop. I actually dig myself a bigger hole, so I better say nothing. Say nothing until you're hitting that one thing. Yeah, that one thing. Aye, that one thing. I'm the effect of that. I'm the effect of that one thing. And the priest will be like, "What's that one thing?" And you'd be like, "That's one thing." 1 minute to go. We're stay for a few minutes left. Jesus, Sean's counting down the time. He's like the people in the council, like literally they literally be watching for about 9 hours before the time they leave. Like literally counting the seconds until they can go. And the only time you ever see a council that way moving is when they're going home. That one yoke, yeah. That's go into the shop tomorrow and ask for that and say I'm the infected or something like that. Or she needs to get down here. And sex savers too. You know, I have to go, Tony. You know yourself, I need to get this done tomorrow. Because if there was rain now Monday and Tuesday, and the place was completely flooded, guess who would probably get the blame for not cleaning the drain? So I don't want somebody's house being flooded or anything. Because again, it can happen. The drains can become... Because again, down, like, not on the surface level, but down deeper, obviously the drains haven't been taken up. And the stuff in the drains haven't been taken up in donkey's years, I will admit that. So it's probably well clogged underneath, basically. But eventually, at some stage, when I get the stuff and I get the means to lift the stuff out, I get all that stuff out, probably whacked and everything, God knows. But but it's about make sure the water just runs freely into the drain. Because this is an important thing now. So, especially during the winter, whatever about the summertime, it wouldn't be that much rain generally in the summertime. But it's the winter time, you know yourself. Again, there was a few months ago. Hello, Stephen. How are you? Hope you're having a good Sunday morning at this stage, I could say. Yeah, Sunday morning. I was going to say Saturday evening. But it's well past Saturday evening at this stage. But yeah, you know yourself, because again, it is the winter time. It's prone to flood, basically. Again, there was some downpours away in the last few months. So that's the first thing I have to do tomorrow, and have other things to do. What should we do around to that? Anyway, I set an alarm instead of what do you call it, a timer for when I can go now and then. They have tea breaks every time. Yeah, exactly. They talk about how to fill a pot of water. Let me see, what am I doing, Zoe? Have a fit. Keep the shovel tipping, exactly. We go for 12 minutes, right? 12 minutes. That's my final offer, because I do need to get a bit of sleep in there. Because here's the best part. I won't be able to sleep on tomorrow, but on Monday too I have work. So I'd be basically up early on Monday morning too, and the same Tuesday. So the next time probably get a rest, maybe it'd be probably Friday. No, not Friday, sorry. It'd be probably Saturday. If I'm not busy again, probably God knows what I'll be doing next Saturday. So basically won't be getting really any sleep nearly at all. I could probably be getting a few hours, you'd probably go to bed at 2. And I'd be up at 7 or half 7. I'd be out probably at 9. We'll be probably back to around half 7 in the evening or something like that, or God knows, 8 o'clock, or God knows what time. But yeah, so you kind of need to have a bit of rest. Unless you fall into the ditch, or you fall into the shock, or you fall into the fucking, what is it, the gutter, particularly. But anyway, I hate when the summer comes around now, because you have the weeds to do. No, I can't. Sorry, Tony. I'm sure you know yourself. But it's going to be on off for summer now, I tell you, because I hate the weeds. Like oftentimes when it's during the summer, you literally be coming back and finding yourself. You be literally going around yourself basically to go and get the weeds, because the weeds literally they come up within 2 seconds after you take them up, because it's the most nuisance thing ever during the summertime. At least during the winter time, you necessarily don't have to do it because it's too wet for it to do it. But during the summertime, like I was plagued last year during the summertime. Yeah, they take weeks, and then when they do the roads up, right? the roads, generally, like, there was a road they done up there on near Balliol there, the council there a few months ago. And should have done it up, right? Because again, it's coming near the end of the year. They have to waste their budget because basically they have to get through the budget they have because they don't use it all year, and then they start using it now in November and December because they're trying to waste as much money as they can, so they can get the next year's budget because basically they don't do anything before this November. So they start digging up all the roads in the country to waste the money. But yeah, the long story short is in Balliol. Oh no bother. I'll talk to you later. So basically, long story is they done the road up right, and within a few months, the road was full of potholes again. So basically, whatever they're doing with the road, they don't use good stuff. And there's roads built by the Romans years ago, and they're still they're still intact. But the roads built by the county council in 5 minutes, they just turn into mush. Because I don't know what kind of stuff they'll be using in the roads, but whatever they be using anyway, it's not worth a shit. It's not worth a damn. And I wouldn't mind, but the roads they don't need to do. That's one case of the road that did need to be done. But the one kid, like a few cases that the roads don't need to be done in good enough conditions, and the council start digging them up, even though they don't need to be done. It doesn't make any sense. But anyway, that's the logic of the engineers and all that. But there are some other people anyway. I don't know what the engineers be doing in the council. Anyway. I'd be sitting in an office and then to be talking about doing this. No bother. Take care, Stephen. Walking thing. A walking thing. Yes, Stephen. But yeah, enjoy walk tomorrow, Stephen. Enjoy tomorrow. Hope you have a good day tomorrow. Today, actually. Sorry, not tomorrow. Today. So yeah, enjoy the rest of your day. Enjoy the rest of your night. And take care, Stephen. Talk to you again. Thank you for stopping by. No bother. Thank you, Stephen. Yeah, I don't know what kind of stuff to be getting in the tower and stuff like that. Because when you go to Northern Ireland, I will say this, everybody's always said this to me. I was only in Northern Ireland 2 or 3 times in my whole life. But they said the roads are a lot better up there. You can tell they're a lot better in Northern Ireland than they are in the Republic of Ireland. A lot of people said they're far better. Whatever they use in Northern Ireland, it's far better. It's particularly again here, the council nowadays need to get contractors nearly too for nearly everything. As much as they can. Sometimes the kids do it themselves, but a lot of the time it is contractors too to get from Northern Ireland because they're a lot cheaper. Like they do that now and again, but a lot of the time now, it's usually do whatever the council does it. Sometimes it depends. I suppose it depends on how the job is. Like for the big jobs, they get the contractors in because they're just not asked to do it. And there's big jobs. There's a big lot of roads they had to do there, up by Ballyconnell up that way. And these roads, would have took a lot because they were in bad enough shape. So the contractors did it because it was too much work for them. I don't know what's better. I don't know much. I guess again, I'm not in the road section of the council, so I don't know what'd be good or what'd be bad, and what's not good. You spray Roundup on the weeds. What's Roundup? No, well, they do spray the weeds about once a year here. That's all the once a year. But generally speaking, I have to pick it up by hand or use a scraper to get them up. Generally speaking, like it's about once a year they do it. That's all they put weed killer on them. But it's a nuisance. But hopefully by because I have already ordered one. I've ordered a weed burner, which will burn the weed basically. So hopefully that'll be some additional because during the summertime I'm plagued with the weeds. And even during the winter time, like you literally can't. You basically after you lift them, basically it's growing again. So basically, that was basically my whole summer nearly, going around lifting weeds and then obviously doing the same bits, lifting literally league it up and all that crack. But the weeds basically you're constantly meeting yourself coming back the same way because basically coming back you have to go over and over and over again every week, every day of the week. You're going back to the same place, and it's just you're just basically banging your head against the wall. You're basically achieving nothing by lifting them. So that's why I hate really someone away too, because the weeds you literally can't do anything with. You could put a fucking nuclear bomb on them and they still would grow. Like Vladimir Putin himself could be like, we're going to nuke the weeds, and they still wouldn't budge. Because they're that ignorant of weeds. The audacity. This is millions to one. But yeah, I'll let you know how this weed boner goes anyway. When I use it now in the summertime. I'll be happy with it now. Hopefully it save a bit of the annoyance anyway during the summer. Particularly in the flower beds too. Flower beds are a nuisance during the summer too. Because see, the flower beds that were here, they were put in place during the 60s and 70s, and before, obviously during the 60s and 70s, they wouldn't really have the things to stop the weeds from going up. I don't know what you call it. It's a thing for stopping weeds. You put it into your flower bed. I have one at the foot here. It stops the weeds from coming up. But basically during the 60s and 70s, they would never had such a thing, basically. So basically the weeds grow up, that's what I'm trying to say, through the flower bed, and it causes a lot of fucking annoyance. Because basically you can't really get the root out of it, because the root is way into the thing. Into the stones and stuff. So basically you only have to take the top off it, because you can't get the root, because it's literally stuck into the stones and all that underneath it. About nearly a good few centimetres of stone, then let's put it that way. There's a good bit of stones in some of them. Which can be amusing, but anyway, hopefully this yoke, the one thing will do the trick. Solve the problem. Do the business. All the good stuff. What time are we at? Nearly 2 o'clock. Yeah, what time is the time we're at? And then I go. 2 more minutes. We have 2 more minutes, and then I'll be off. I'm off for tonight. That's about it. I don't think I do anything else. I say probably go straight to bed now. Also, they'll show you my cow I got. Sorry, my Brian, they live in the outside here. Yeah. Cow kiwi. Yowdy. Everybody's probably fighting as soon as I pull that out of what I can put. He's pulling the gun. I love the way they still keep talking about Alan Duke and the fucking I don't know, and they haven't even bothered to interview him. I know the sound and stuff like that. Like it's a joke. Like literally nobody's interviewed him. He's just ran away and he's not being interviewed. Like I love the way like Northern Sound. Sure, you think they would go and say, "Get Alan Duke on the phone there, and we get him for the interview. and We ask him a few questions." Yeah, but not a whole. Even the Anglo South, they haven't seen them. Maybe they might publish it because the Anglo South comes out on the Wednesday. But I haven't seen any of the media going like to his face, like he said behind closed doors. He apologized, but we haven't gone to his face with a microphone in it and saying and ask him tough questions. But not one, nobody's crickets. It's crickets when it comes to that. They're only going with this narrative. I was very sorry, but you can't question. You can't ask any questions about why he's sorry and what's he going to do to make up for it. Let's put it that way, because it's easier saying a thing But let's be fair. He was full of hatred when he said it. It's not like he's going. I think he honestly thinks we're joking this county and in the border. I think he honestly thinks we're fools and that that we would just literally are inconceivable that we would do something. Inconceivable. You have no conception. It is millions to one. But anyway, I think it would tip on. So anything else before we go? Because this is an early start for me in the morning. I say be up at 9 anyway. I'll get up at 7 and I'll be ready and get things ready and all that. But and sure, then we'll be bussing for 9 o'clock. 1:40, yeah, I know, Sean. I'm a few minutes late. No bother, thank you, Sean. I don't know, my brain's just mush at the moment. Brain's mush. So yeah, anything else before we go? Because there's no point saying it to me. I was meant to say this because somebody messaged me once and said I was meant to say this before you went off on your live stream. Even though I give all the time to give people plenty of opportunity, they say the last thing for the night. Enjoy your Sunday. Yeah, you too, Sean. I'll probably be on tomorrow even now. God knows what time. Could be 9 o'clock. Could be bloody 10 o'clock. But cool cow, yes, indeed. I don't know what time it'll be. But anyway, it won't be early anyway. It won't be in the morning or it won't be in the afternoon. It won't be in the evening. Well, it won't be in the afternoon. Could be. It could, well, I don't know. From 6 o'clock onwards, I could be live. I don't know. Depends. But it won't be during it won't be during the day basically because I'll be out on the walls. So yeah, I talk to you then. Whenever tomorrow I get around to doing it. I seen your video about Cavan. I'm on the board, or it's a Cavan accent. Yeah, I seen your comments in Lockfoot. You're saying, Stephen. But anyway, so take care, everybody, and enjoy your Sunday. And I talk to you then. Thank you, and goodbye. Thank you, of course, to Sean, and thank you, Tony. Thank you, Adam. Thank you, Stephen. Thank you, everyone. Enjoy the rest of your day tomorrow. We'll enjoy Sunday, and take care. Bye.